So about a week ago, my son got his official medical diagnosis of autism. And I wanted to just have a little video about how I feel about this. Now, obviously, it's a massive deal. It's a massive deal just because we finally have the recognition that, yes, he does have autism. He knew it, I knew it, my husband knew it. We all knew that he was autistic. But to have that finally recognised by professionals in the field is a big relief, if I'm honest. I think for years, before we understood autism and what it was and how it was affecting my son, we just thought he was not even a bit different. We just thought he was very boisterous and didn't pay attention to things, and he was very destructive and loud, but very super sensitive and clingy at the same time. And because he's always been homeschooled, we never had that outside influence sort of saying, well, I think this is not, the norm. Because, people will probably say, well, why didn't he get diagnosed a lot younger? He's actually 10 and a half now. And that's the reason. The reason was because he wasn't in these outside environments. So we didn't have other people like teachers to give us their opinion. He's also, which he is in groups, very good at masking, and will often hide how he feels until he comes home, and then sort of hell breaks loose. So it wasn't a case that anyone could have identified it at a younger age, unless us ourselves knew what we were looking for, which we didn't. At that point, we didn't even know we were autistic, myself and my husband. We knew there was autism in the family, undiagnosed, but we didn't know enough about it to really understand. And we'd also never had a child before. We don't have any people around us. We have literally zero support. So we had no one with lots of young children coming around and friends or anything like that. So we had nothing to gauge it on. So for us, the whole realisation that he was autistic, or he is autistic, and then to get the formal diagnosis is absolutely brilliant. It's so good. And finally we can say to everyone out there, our son, he's not rude, he's not odd, he's not weird, he's not lazy. He is autistic, and he has certain needs that have to be met for him to function in this strange society that we've, the neurotypical world, that I find very difficult to live in, as does my husband. And my son, seeing our son struggle has been really, really difficult. So now having the formal diagnosis, it's sort of just given us a bit of yeah, you were right, because we had people doubt us as well. We had people say, are you sure, and this, that and the other, and not really take it seriously because he didn't have the official medical diagnosis. Well, now he does, and I'm thrilled in that respect. So yeah, and that's how I feel about it. It doesn't change anything in the respect, it doesn't change how we relate to our son, or how he relates to himself. He knew he was autistic, we'd spoken about it, he totally understood, and feels better knowing that. He gets frustrated by his autism, as we all do at times, and it's going to be a big journey for him because he's so young. But what is so nice is that we can help him. He doesn't have to go through all the struggles that we had to go through as his as people, young people and teens and younger, adults. Without a diagnosis, he doesn't have to do that. He'll understand, and we're there to help him understand, which is it gives us some sort of solace, because we also, he's autistic, and we know from experience how challenging that can be going through life as an autistic person. So we were worried for him, but we're a bit oh no, I don't want you to go through what we've been through. So the fact that we have the diagnosis young, and we are there, we understand, and we're there for him, and that we understand our autism, we can be there for him. So we're really thrilled about that. So I know we had to pay to do this privately because the waiting list, I think in our area I read somewhere that it can be up to 13 years, and it was just like, are you kidding me? So we did have to go down the private route, but I'm really pleased that we did, because, you know, after all, it helps. So there we go. Our son is officially autistic. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I feel really pleased. I don't feel pleased that he's autistic because, like I said, I know how that feels. But I'm pleased that we can sort of attack things head on now, knowing where we stand, and really the outside world knows where we stand as well. So that's important. Anyway, I'm rambling now. How did you feel when your kids got diagnosed? Was it relief? Are you autistic also? Did it make you think that you want to progress and get a formal diagnosis yourself, or were you happy just knowing that you're autistic? Let me know. I'd love to know your experiences with the diagnosis for your child. Thanks for watching.